The number 7 battle of the week.
All right, give it up for John Dollar, everybody. Come on, give it up for John. I can't explain it, but John does remind me of Captain Underpants. John looks like someone who every time he leaves the bathroom, he goes, "You do not want to go in there."
No, you don't. Katie, you rampaging bimbo. Katie is doing well early on in her comedy career because all the headliners come through this club and they're like, I need a hot, funny female comic to open for me. And the bookers here are like, we got a female comic. They're like, well, wait, let me double check. I think she's a female, but I need to check.
No, they're coming for sure. John's a big fan of Bigfoot. I don't know if you guys know that, but John's Bigfoot. We actually call John Bigfoot not only because he's from Montana, but also because he is a hideous monster that scares women and children.
Who the fuck wooed for you?
Sorry, that's my dad, I think.
Katie, you cock collector. One of our friends, Sean, once said that Katie looks colonial. Like in her face, she looks like she's from the 1700s. I would go even further to say that Katie looks like a prostitute that would get cornholed by the Quaker oatmeal guy.
Let a girl live. Fuck, this is so stupid. John's job is he's a paralegal. That's his title. He's a paralegal, and he went into that job because he kept getting in trouble for inappropriately touching a pair of not legals.
Hey, those charges were never proven. Don't you love how Katie almost has zero inflection in her tone? She almost sounds like an AI chatbot that has completely given up. And the only thing I hope for is that is not how you sound in the bedroom, too. Because that would be a nightmare of just like, oh yeah, oh fuck, I'm about to do fucking cummies. This isn't so fucking hot, oh
fuck. John's favorite lube is mayonnaise. You know a bird scooter hates to see John come in. John looks like he goes absolutely insane when a black girl goes, "Okay, white
boy!" You're telling me you wouldn't? Fuck. Katie goes on runs a lot. She goes on a lot of runs and annoyingly posts on it to her Instagram story every fucking time. And every time I see that, I'm like, what are you running from? An actually funny premise in your act?
Yes. Last joke. I don't know if you guys have noticed, but John sweats a lot. John's a big sweater. John sweats like Trey Pack does next to a salad. John sweats so much, it seems like his body is trying to detox the John out of John.
When Katie first joined the comedy scene, everyone immediately thought she was a lesbian. Like, it didn't even have to be a rumor. Everyone's like, that's a fucking lesbian. And then she started dating Forrest Bopp, who you all saw earlier, that painfully unfunny comic, who was the most butch man I have ever seen in my life. And then she started dating him, and everyone's like, I fucking knew she was a lesbian.
That's 5 jokes. Give it up for these guys.
The number 6 battle of the week.
Okay, stop. Okay, let's do formal introductions. I'm Ashley. This is Ashy. So, if you don't know, there was an oil spill reported in the South China Sea last week. Well, it wasn't really an actual oil spill, it was actually Satish swimming. Satish is so dark, when he moved to the island, they now call it the dark side. Also, thank you for wearing that top, because I thought you were topless the entire fucking show. Okay.
That's it? Okay. Okay, before I start, let me address the elephant in the room, Ashley James. I'm Indian. It's against my belief to roast a cow. Ashley looks like someone who's drowning in his own fat. Ashley looks like he breastfeeds himself to sleep. Ashley looks like he counts his black friends.
What? He lets me say it.
Ashley looks like when he trips, he doesn't fall. He just rolls. Okay, go ahead.
This is what it looks like when your country can afford food. Thank you, Slumdog Thousandaire. We should address the thing in the room. I do want to acknowledge what my ancestors did to India, and I sincerely apologise. We didn't kill enough of Satish's family. That's okay. I have 3 Indian friends. Only one after this roast, though. We're good. Okay. Satish now works on a golf course, which is continuing the family tradition of serving entitled white people. That's it. I just wanted to shit on your country.
Anyway, I still make more money than you. Ashley's face and body are in like 2 different time zones. You know, face is in AST, American Substandard Time. Body is fat. Fat ass tragedy. You know, like Ashley's face like looks way younger than his decaying body. It's because of this like a secret Japanese skincare called bukake.
You work on a golf course. You don't earn more money than me. It's not a joke, that's just a correction for the record. Until 1947, the British built railways in India. In 2026, we just run a train on Satish's mum. Satish's mum is called Vindaloo in the British community because you'll have a great time, but it's going to burn the next day. I went a lot shorter than the rest of the crowd. You're not worth writing 6 jokes.
Give it up for unseasoned mashed potato. Ashley's like love life is not like Brexit. You know, it involves a Boris Johnson lookalike, massive dick deficit, and getting pegged by Europeans. And Ashley's favorite sex position is called the colonizer. Right? Yeah, he comes over uninvited, eats your food, and then fucks you. Without consent.
Thank you, Black Pudding. My other Indian friend, great, we have 2 left. Oh, great.
That's your other Indian friend, by the way, actually.
Thank you, 2's enough. The smell gets it done. So if you don't know, Satish is dating Kate Who from the earlier battle, the one with the massive head and didn't do very well. It's important for the joke. Satish confided in me that him and Kate actually have an amazing sex life. He says he's tired all the time, and actually she wished she gave him less head. Oh wait, sorry, I read that wrong. He's tired of her and wishes she had less of a head. Kate's got huge tits and a fat ass in the recurring dream that Satish has. I'm just kidding. If that was true, he wouldn't have an erection. Okay, my bad, I fucked that joke up. My sense of humour is darker than Satish.
Alright, keep it going for White Labubu. You know, Ashley had had like fear of eating vegetables. Yeah, this is the after picture. He got over it through hypnotherapy. Oh, sorry, I meant hippotherapy. or rhinotherapy, whatever. So he can eat his like favorite vegetable. His name is Steve Lee. He's 80 years old. He's in coma for 50 years at Queensberry Hospital.
That's a disabled comedian. You'll laugh if you met him, but you won't because he lives up the stairs and he can't get down there. Kate's parents initially disapproved of Satish's relationship with their daughter, described dating an Indian man as the worst thing to happen to the Chinese people since the Opium War, which is ironic because Satish is the colour of smoked opium. So I've got a couple of nicknames I think is fair, because I think you say that Kate's parents call you Little Indian. Okay, fantastic. I wanted to get that right because I've written some better nicknames for them. For example, Bomb, you're not my bae. Thank you, don't come again to my daughter. I'm going to end on that. I'm happy I did an accent, that's what I came for.
I keep it going for type 2 Russian doll. Actually used to be like a battle rapper, right? What was your name? Like Little Lard? McGreasy? I wrote like a small battle verse for him. Okay, let's see. Your biggest battle is with the veggies. It's clear you have lost. Your body count is type 2, and it comes at a massive calorie cost. You're built like a beanbag, choked by your own double chin. You've got a better chance at heart attack than this battle win.
Give it up for 50 rupees.
The number 5 battle of the week.
Finally, I get to roast the student nurse who's been slipping fentanyl into my chemo drip. So Luke is really a chill, easygoing guy. Okay, thank you. Luke is really, he's such a chill, easygoing guy. He actually told me the only thing he cannot stand in this world is Muslims, which is why he trained his dog to growl at anybody named Mohammed. Fun fact, what does Luke have in common with camping? They're both things that black women want nothing to do with.
Yeah, I'm gonna make this quick. I know that Dave doesn't have much time left. You look like a Make-A-Wish kid who wished for eternal life.
Better than wishing for a WWE wrestler. I want to thank Luke for taking time away from wearing a Rasta hat and Crocs in the shower to be here tonight. Doesn't Luke look like he has multiple friends named Brody? And that he sometimes lowers his sunglasses and says, "Hey girl, want to come back to my place and watch me poon some noobs on FIFA?"
Yeah, Dave looks like when a movie implies who the villain is in the first 30 minutes and you're like, yeah, but it's not. That's too obvious, right? the weird boat captain was nice at the end.
His full name is Luther Davis IV. Much like the Star Wars franchise, his family really should have stopped after the third. Because much like stages of cancer, the fourth is the worst. He picked the name Luke because he spells it with 3 Ks. But he's one of those happy-go-lucky racists, you know? The kind that wears light-up shoes to a curb stomping. Give that guy a microphone.
Yeah, it's funny you're making the cancer jokes tonight. I'm just glad you can laugh at it.
Twist.
Yeah, thank you, Boo Radley. the Kill a Mockingbird from the book. Yeah, I don't even know why you're here, Dave. Shouldn't you be making amends so that you can pass into the next life? I see unfed people.
Luke Davis, Comic Man. That is his handle on Grindr. I mean 4chan. I mean Instagram. Because that's what he calls himself in every comedy club mirror before walking on stage and bombing with 10 minutes of Holocaust jokes.
Yeah. Dave claims to be asexual, which is a very smart thing to say when you look like you fuck children. No, I don't want to fuck anyone. How are you not a pedophile, Dave? You look like Jeffrey Epstein's butler. Right this way, children.
The reenactment really sold that. Yeah, we have to wrap. He has to get back to staring across a pond, wondering how he's going to tell all his exes they now have to get tested. Whoever wins this match, it was such an honor for me to be able to share the stage with Tig Notaro tonight. Doesn't Luke look like he says, "Use your words," after getting maced?
We should wrap this up. Dave has to go play a giant organ in an empty church. Listen, I feel this was fun. I feel a little bad about some. So as a show of goodwill, I got something for you. Is that all right? If I got something for Dave?
Probably not, but go ahead.
Okay, I got you. My copy of The Pale King. And if you open it up, there's something in there for you. If you want to just, and just hold it up. And now Dobby is free.
Right out of his light-up shoe.
I'm here, everybody.
The number 4 battle of the week.
Everybody, clap it up.
All right, let's make this quick. Greg has to go tell all the other elves, come on, guys, only 63 days left till Christmas.
So this is a real story. One time, Jalon threw a penny at my head. Right after he begged for it on the street. I mean, the way he risks his net worth for that was just obscene.
Greg's from a mixed background, which surprised me because looking at him, I would have thought his parents were from the same family.
Ladies and gentlemen, keep it going for the only black person my grandmother wouldn't call articulate. Jalon actually has hoop dreams. Yeah. One day he hopes to afford hoops for his baby mama.
Greg looks like the guy at the carnival that tells people, come on, step right up.
I feel like during this battle I'm learning that I'm adorable, and that's not a problem. I'm okay embracing that. Ladies and gentlemen, this is what happens when a Showtime guy goes into retirement. He can't do flips no mo. No, guys, don't laugh. It's sad. He bends the poles. No.
Greg's dad is a comedy legend. That's why he's got such a big head. That and his mom also drank during pregnancy.
Holy shit, Jalon, your first good joke. That was... Wow. Can you guys believe if you waited 2.5 hours for that? Woo! Jalon, I gotta say, for a man that's so late, he works for the UPS. Isn't that concerning? Jalon delivers boxes. Isn't that sad? Isn't that's every day he's giving people his home. I mean, if you guys didn't like that one, the next one's gonna be even worse. So,
Greg looks like the guy in the musical that sweeps up the store. Then when everyone leaves, he starts singing about what he really wants to do.
I gotta change careers to be Santa's little helper. I gotta learn to dance. So have you guys seen Jalon's videos on the internet? I'm asking you guys honestly. He's a black guy obviously, but he wears I'm a very observant comic. He wears an American flag bandana and just like says nonsense. I'm gonna tell my kids he was Eric Adams.
The number 3 battle of the week.
Hello. So this is Adam Riley, and yes, he looks pretty creepy. How creepy does he look? Well, what if instead of chocolate, Willy Wonka had manufactured ketamine? Yeah. Adam Riley looks like a war crimes Captain Birdseye. Adam Riley looks like if one of an orangutan's testicles had gone solo, got chemotherapy, then depression, and was racist. I'm not saying Adam Riley looks unhealthy, but half of his 644 Instagram followers are vultures.
Hadouken!
Well, Ben's a very familiar face. You might recognize him from breaking into your tent at Glastonbury. Gathering mushrooms at the bottom of your garden. And struggling to find a Bible passage on Piers Morgan.
Man, Adam has seen me gathering those mushrooms as part of his job as a garden fucking gnome. So look, just because Adam looks like a Confederate general from the American Civil War doesn't mean he's racist. That's a coincidence. Adam is very racist, but he loves basketball, which is like Hitler having a favorite kosher restaurant. Now, because Adam is so racist, I'm going to roast him with a traditional African-American joke format. So, Adam Riley, yo mama so fat. Trump used her ass to blockade the Strait of Hormuz. Adam Riley, your mum was so fat when she tried Ozempic, the needle popped her. Adam Riley, your mum was so fat when they cremated her, they had to scatter the ashes with a crop duster.
Yeah. Well, I hesitate to talk about this, but I think I can because we have this in common. We both lost our mothers to cancer. I mean, mine wasn't a whore, but...
Yes, she was. So, this skincare influencer is Adam Riley. And he's creepy, isn't he? He's creepy. Like, you can imagine this guy being interviewed by Louis Theroux. You can imagine Louis going like, but Adam, eugenics has been debunked both morally and scientifically. Like, the way Adam's look, he really looks like he's got someone trapped somewhere. You know, like he caught someone and they're in captivity. And that's the reason I'm doing such long jokes tonight, is because I want to give that person as much time as possible to escape. I want him to go home to an unexpectedly opened trapdoor.
Well, Ben has 3 children, actually. 5, 7, and 1. He couldn't be bothered to give them names. Actually, his youngest was a mistake. His wife forgot to take the pill, so she was conscious throughout the whole ordeal.
So, this frequent visitor to Thailand is Adam Riley. Now, as a man, it can be very hard to know what's a legitimate massage parlor and what's a brothel. But don't worry, Adam's Substack has you covered. And also, you know, kind of, from speaking to the sex workers that Adam's been with, they say there's so much dick cheese under his foreskin. They say his penis is like a stuffed crust pizza. Quattro formaggio. And also, talking of hoods, don't forget to pick up your clan robes from the dry cleaners.
Thanks. I'm gonna forget. But one of Ben's facts is very impressive, actually. Ben once swam the Bosphorus, the Black Sea. It's a distance of 17 miles, because that's how long it takes Ben to wash his hair. You wouldn't find Ben with 1,000 bottles of lube, just shampoo. Right.
Fair enough.
It's not dick cheese, I'm sorry. But I went for his hair.
It's true, I wouldn't have attacked on the cleanliness front, but whatever.
It's the opposite.
But no, so look, Adam Riley does have a family. What? No, he does have a family. And when he met his partner, right, she was 10 years older than him, a single mother of 2, working the night shift in Tesco. Whereas he had recently inherited more than £1 million from his insurance boss father and a small property empire. I still think she could have done better.
Yeah, so does she. But no, it is great to be here with Ben. It's we've done this before, and it's wonderful to hear those jokes again. But,
I wish they weren't still true.
They are brilliant. They are brilliant. There's a lot of new ones as well. No, I just want to say, Ben's, your kids, you're saying one of your facts, they're all strangely ginger, which I don't think is anything to joke about. So I'll just say, Ben, I'm really sorry. For not wearing a condom.
Thank you, Dead Sheeran.
The number 2 battle of the week.
So what's your beef with Sonic the Hedgehog? Why do you put animals in the robots? Like, they don't need to be in the robots.
No. It's just a hedgehog getting defensive over here, folks. It's so great. Folks, let's everyone thank Will for crawling out of his husband's ass to be here tonight. This gay little gerbil. Will's super anal retentive, and by that I mean he keeps a lot of cum back there.
Other way around, idiot, and it drains. Amir is the only Hogwarts teacher on leave for sexual misconduct.
I don't just eat death, you know what I mean?
It's a first year.
That's a pussy eating joke, folks. Will looks like a teeny tiny Andrew Garfield. If he was like Spider-Man, he'd be like...
I have no rebuttal. I will take this. That's amazing. You look like a genie that comes out of a vape when you rub it 3 times.
Folks, rub me 3 times, see what comes out.
Come. Just 3 times. Jesus.
Will looks like he joined the Boy Scouts for the sash, the boys, and the molestation.
Christian Gray's left the stage. Come on. Unneeded. I feel like you're the imaginary friend of a Victorian era gay child.
It's about to get Oscar Wilde in here.
Oh yeah. Dorian.
Will looks like Rim Me Neutron.
I have showered.
A brain blast is just what you call it when you swallow.
Last jokes. Amir plays Magic the Gathering, which I actually do too, so it makes sense. I guess we're both trying to repel women. Brain blast!
Oh my God! What the fuck? Dumbass. Sorry, I was just thinking about having sex with women. Folks, if you like the way Will looks, you can always see him at the North Pole if you're on a sex tourism trip. Ooh.
Christian Grey has left the stage.
Everyone give them a round of applause!
Yeah. The number 1 battle of the week.
So Kyle here is from East Ayrshire, which means he can count how many sexual offences he has committed on one hand. 6. Tattoos transform the skin into a canvas for memories, often milestones, and even your own identity. Kyle's tells the story of a balding guy with shit tattoos. I know I'm a bald, quite a nerve and all, but man, you gotta commit. Suicide. Kyle was once described at a parent-teacher meeting as mentally vacant. Kyle, I didn't know you had kids.
To most people, the Irish potato famine was a tragedy. But to Ryan, it's his look. The surname Cullen is Irish to mean the handsome one, which just proves how bad the Irish drinking problem is. Ryan has been hit by 7 different cars, which I think is karma for his ancestors.
Okay. Kyle looks like his cum is stored in the top 20% of his head. Kyle looks like the only badge he earned at the Scouts was a Stone Island one. Now, Kyle, you do have ADHD? Yeah, I thought so. Yeah, it wasn't in the notes, right? But in the notes, you wrote, and this is exact order, Kyle Samuel from East Ayrshire did a computer science degree. I think euthanasia should be legalized. Single. Single then. No build-up with you, man.
32 years it took me to notice as well. It's fucking mad.
Took me 2 seconds.
Jesus Christ, man. Who gave Ozempic to Humpty Dumpty? You know, it's impressive that this club has managed to book Ryan for this night, considering that his fee is $1 million.
Oh, fucking hell. So yeah, I was chatting about Kaz. Obviously got a big head. He's a bit of a jelly head, as we can see. You know, he's referred to many as a sniper's dream. If I had to guess Kyle's cause of death, it would be head stuck in gate. Kyle's head makes me think he's addicted to Mr. Burns' brain and nerve tonic seen in season 3 of The Simpsons.
Ryan looks like he has the same bone density as a prawn cracker. You know, I'm joking, but you know, I will never forgive Ryan for what he did to Harry Potter's parents. Ryan is very much the Tom Hanks of Scottish comedy. Because he feels castaway, but he looks terminal. He looks like the end result of the film Shaving Private Ryan. So stupid, man.
Oh, fuck me. So Kyle put his photograph into a doppelganger website, and it said 3 separate times that he looked like Bruce Lee. But that's not the first time you get confused in a picture with a Chinese person, yeah? Usually when you send dick pics.
You been speaking to your mum again?
The racist clapped at that one. Yeah. Sorry, what else do I have here? Kyle gives off the vibe of someone who was molested so much as a child that they now cope with the tragedy by living with the stupid shit they badly drew on their arms hiding in their stepfather's closet. Okay, that's my done that one.
Ryan looks like the answer to the question, what if Phil Mitchell got Ebola? Ryan here, he's got the look of someone who has done terrible things. You know, like I reckon the only thing stopping Ryan from being the next Fred West is his lack of a patio.
I was about to say, and partner.
Ryan's done a lot of roast battles. You know, like he's heard it all, right? So tonight I'm going to say something that Ryan has never heard before. I love you, son.
That's upset her as well. That was my mother. All right, okay. So Kyle talks like he's having a stroke, but he doesn't realize it yet. Yeah. If I had to describe Kyle's style, it would be deeply unemployable. I like to do my research. I found out that Kyle's car insurance is with a company called Sheila's Wheels. Sheila's Wheels is a car insurance and now household UK and travel insurance brand based in the United Kingdom that was initially targeted exclusively towards women after research showed that female drivers were generally more cautious, made fewer claims, and had different requirements to men. Now, there's a word that's springing to all our minds that shouldn't be used in a progressive society, but you put it in the air. Okay, that one. Let me save this now. All right, last one. Kyle once played badminton with someone who turned out to be a sex offender. Yeah, he was playing the Wii with his dad.
Oh. Right, guys, we'll need to wrap this up. After this, Ryan needs to go hunting for wabbits. Ryan looks like Stan if instead of being obsessed with Eminem, he was really into Sinead O'Connor.
I fucking love Sinead O'Connor.
Like, guys, you might not recognise Ryan without his signature outfit. you know, but you would probably recognize him if he was in the striped pajamas. So Ryan lived in comedian Daniel Sloss's basement for years, right? Like the last time Daniel released a special is when Ryan moved out. That's us done.